Hey yo, what's up? What's up? This is Sidzin from Kenya as always. So, good morning from Kenya. So, in today's video, I want to talk about something which is kind of interesting and kind of saddening a little bit and also informative in some aspect. So, there's this African American who comes to Africa, specifically to Tanzania, and then he settles. Kind of things are going well with him, and he does a lot of businesses, runs a lot of things, and he also has some work which he does virtually in the United States. So he posts this thing on TikTok, and then suddenly, a white guy, comes and stitches the same information and says that, don't go to Tanzania. There are a lot of theft cases. There are a lot of insecurities. There are a lot. It said many negative things about Africa. So I want you to watch this video so that we can talk about it in the end.
Gonna believe this, but in less than a week, I'm moving my family to Tanzania. A lot of people we've been telling us to have been asking us, why Africa? Why Tanzania? What's over there? Why are you doing this? So we got to visit at the beginning of the year. We were there for about 5 weeks, and within that time, we already had fell in love. The culture is amazing. The people are so kind. The people are so welcoming. There's such an amazing sense of community. The natural beauty, y'all need to check out the Indian Ocean. It is incredible. The food is bomb. And even more deep is the fact that everybody there looks like me. Everybody there looks like my kids and like my family. And that is so powerful to not have to contend with white supremacy in that same way, or fear based off of racism and the things that are happening in the States, to be able to have that sense of just peace and be able to breathe and move slowly. Cost of living is better, which can make it so I don't have to work so much and I can spend more time with my family. Now, I will still be operating Racial Equity Insights. I'm still going to be doing workshops, strategy development, e-courses, all that kind of stuff. I'll still be serving U.S. customers and global customers, so don't think I'm going anywhere on that front. Follow my page. You'll definitely get updates about our transition to Tanzania. And of course, you're going to be getting that regular education about racial equity. Y'all, come look at this real quick. I'm moving my family to Tanzania.
So crime is a serious problem in Tanzania. Street crime in Dar es Salaam is common and includes mugging, bag snatching, vehicle theft, smash and grab attacks on vehicles, armed robbery, burglary.
So white supremacy is a whole trip. It is a whole trip. I made this video just showing my enthusiasm for moving abroad to Tanzania, and we are here. Gotta give y'all this little preview. It's just a little preview. It's paradise. But meanwhile, this random guy sees my video where I show enthusiasm for coming to Africa and show some of the differences about being here versus USA. And he can't help but just go on this rant, this very racist rant, characterizing Africa and Tanzania as just this dangerous, violent, horrible place. And what's interesting is there are no sources given, and what's more is that the comments are turned off, so there's not even a chance to respond or reply or engage with the content, so I just block the person. General tip, be very careful who you listen to when it comes to people of color or black people or nations or whatever the case is, and pay attention to who the source is of this information. I was here for 5 weeks before, and I've met many Americans who are here and have been here for months and years, and they're having a wonderful, amazing time. It's an interesting tactic of white supremacy to use fear, or characterizing as if crime only happens here, as if none of the things listed happen in the USA as well, as a means of, I don't know, I guess telling me that I shouldn't be here, that it's not beautiful and amazing as a black descendant of slaves to be back in the motherland. I don't know what this person's intention was, but I just want to encourage y'all to always be mindful of the source. Black people, please travel if you're able to. Please come to Africa if you're able to. It is beautiful. It is amazing, y'all. We having a great time so far.
What's funny about this video is that every single person I know who is also African has had this exact same experience. A while ago, I was having a conversation with somebody who did not look like me, who was trying to tell me about how dangerous and corrupted Nigeria was, and I just sat there and I listened and I laughed. And I laughed for a good 5 minutes straight, and I looked him straight in the face and I said, "Thank you so much for the misinformation that you consistently perpetuate when you're talking to other people who usually want a change of environment or to experience different cultures. Thank you so much. Now, let me sit down and educate you about the country in which I was born in, raised, culturally raised, visited multiple times, and has over
Kuja tu Ian.
80% of my family in." And he looks me straight in the face and he was flabbergasted. Be careful who you get your information from, people.
A lot of people have questioned my decision to move abroad, which I don't give a damn. And they question a lot of other people's decisions who want to move to countries outside the United States. One of the main things everybody uses as a tool is that, oh, it's not safe, the cartel, the people gonna rob you, they gonna do this, etc. Stop watching the news. In addition, stop getting your information from people who have never traveled to the place, never lived in the place, and have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. I will always tell people experience is the best teacher. And if you're talking to somebody with experience, great. If you're talking to somebody without experience, absolutely the fuck not. And definitely don't get your information as a marginalized person from a white person. And Africa is out.
So remember, as I always told you, that it's always advisable to go somewhere and see it for yourself. You see, the problem if you just listening to these people without making a move, it's about time you make a move and come see these things by yourself. You are not supposed to be told by people what to do or what not to do. A person who has never visited Africa cannot tell you something and you believe it's true. You have to come and see it for yourself, okay? As I always told you, there's a problem with the single story. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, when he wrote the problems that comes with a single story, these are one of the problems. You see, somebody will always tell you a negative part of something and will forget to tell you the positive part of something, and that's a problem. You see, we need to understand that for you, every country has its positive side and has its negative side, and ask yourself why. If a person comes to Africa, they don't always want to leave. Why are always those few people who want to ruin the name of Africa? Why are always those few people want to take away the good picture of Africa? You come and see it for yourself. Let people not tell you that Africa does this, Africa does that. No, that's not right. You come and see it for yourself and leave a single story alone. Have your side of the story. And I'll always tell you this, have your side of the story. Actually, I saw that video. I'm not happy at all about it, but always have the other side of the story. There are problems that comes with a single story. You need to understand that, because you might be missing something which is great. So guys, I don't know, but you need to come and see it for yourself, because failing to come to see it for yourself, you'll always be listening to these people because they're everywhere online and they are talking everything that they like about Africa. So if you find I'm sorry about that. There was someone who was just passing and it didn't look well when he was passing. So, as I was saying, always have your story. Listening to some people's story might ruin something good that you want to come to do in Africa. There are a lot of things you can do in Africa. We have beautiful places where you can even do business. For example, Rwanda. Rwanda records one of the highest places which one can do business and thrive. It's actually one of the top in the global economy in the world. Why would someone say something negative about Tanzania? Tanzania is beautiful. Tanzania is a place known for a peaceful place. Okay, it's a haven of peace. Why would someone come and destroy Africa's name? This is not somewhere where people are used to being getting killed or something. This is a peaceful place. This is a place where people have values. This is a place where people know that children are children and their lives are not taken. So before coming to Africa, always know that Africa is the best place for you to be, and don't listen to anybody that tell you something about Africa just before you haven't come and seen it for yourself. You come and see it for yourself, then decide if it's what they're saying is true or wrong. Have your own visa, come and see it for yourself. Don't listen to people. So I'll not fail to do this. Actually, I give shout out to all my fans who are watching me in Canada, UK, United States of America, of course, and our Africa. So guys, thank you so much. Your subscription is highly appreciated, and if you're my new viewer, kindly ensure to subscribe to my channel. It really means a lot to me. So this is Eugene from Kenya. See you next time. Salute.